We're looking good. Peppers are looking good. You're soon going to get all your buddies back too. We'll have a full system here again then. We had that slug come back again last night, nibbling there on that leaf. It's one of the reasons why I don't like to have the leaves so they're touching the ground or anything. Insects get on them so much easier. We've got a few things to do inside today, and that's probably good because all the fans have already started in here. They came on earlier. I carried out the strawberries I have, so they're outdoors in the sun. We've got a nice day here. I think it's around 10 degrees Celsius outside. We're up to 28 in here now. Fans are just keeping it comfortable. So let's go inside and get a few things done in there. I've decided this morning that I want to move my son's parsley plant into its own container for a while. I want to check out the roots and so on. So I'm going to put it in a yogurt cup for now. And I'm going to be making up like a flower pot for this to go into, along with another 4-inch cup. So let's take this guy up. Looking really, really good here. Oh, wow, look at the roots. Look at the roots on this guy. So we're going to put that one right down in this cup here, like that. I'm going to see if I don't even know if I need any more pellets down around there. We're going to check that out. And we're just going to put a little drop of nutrient in the bottom here, just enough that the roots have something to sit in. It'll get a much bigger container afterward. I'm hoping that this guy here, my ground cherries, has just as good a roots on it. I've got 2 in there. So we'll check that out later on. Right now I can see though that I'm out of nutrient in this container. So they're just living off the nutrient that's in the rock wool. So I'm going to put a little bit of nutrient in that tray there. That tray in there needs a little bit more. Oh, actually, it's okay on an angle like that. Perfect. All right, so let's get this guy. A little bit of nutrients put in with it. And put it under the light again. Okay, there we go. Now, because I have a good root system on this, I'm just going to put the nutrients upwards, just touching the bottom here. I don't want too much of the root in the nutrient. So when I put this down, let's just do it this way. We can see that when that's sitting down there, I've got maybe 3/4 of an inch on the bottom. For one plant like this, that should do a couple of days, no problem. And I usually keep a close eye on my plants. So we'll just drop this right down here, get those roots down in the nutrient. There we go. Should be happy. So that guy's going back in. I think I'm going to put it on the window ledge actually, instead of right on the under the lights. Let it get some natural light. The other part of my mix here, I'm going to share among some of the other plants that are waiting for a drink. Okay, that guy should be nice and happy there. I'm just going through my tomato plants now and just checking their nutrient level. These are in Kratky systems, so there's a little bit of nutrient in the bottom here, and those beautiful white roots, they sit down in nutrient, and that's basically how that works. It's very straightforward and simple. Easiest system you can do. So I'm just checking all of these. Some of them tend to go days without needing any nutrients, and others, within a day or two, they're looking for more. All right, this guy here is down pretty low. I'm just going to give it a little bit. I don't want too much because they have lots of root that can reach down and get the nutrients if they need it. There we go. So we'll put that back down. Look at how nice those roots are. Beautiful white roots. That's only on a plant that's probably about 18 inches tall. This guy here. Most of them feel like they still have a bit of nutrient in them, and that's good for now. This one here needs a little bit more. I know it's a little bit dirty down there, but that should be okay for how long they're going to be in this system. There we are. That's that one. All right, that one there feels like there's lots in it. It's good. That's a nice root there. That root's going to come in really handy when these go out into the Dutch water bucket system. All right, this guy here needs some. It's pretty low. So I'll just put a little bit in that one. Hoping within a couple of weeks I'll get the majority of my living room back. Now, what about these two tiny Tims we got over here? Oh, that one feels pretty light. All right, so that one's just about dry. Roots are pretty dirty on that as well. Let's check this one. I can feel this one's the same way. So we're going to take those out, wash them off, and give them a little bit more care. All right, so these roots here aren't hardly as white as the other ones, but they're still very healthy looking roots. I just want to wash them because they do have a little bit of a green tinge to them, and that's that algae moving in. So we're just going to wash that down a little bit. Just gentle massaging is all that's required here. So we'll wash them off like that. There we go. Look at those nice white air roots coming down there. All right, there we are. That's that one. I'm just going to reuse the top that was on the other container. But rather than trying to wash out the other container when one hand is already busy holding this, I'm going to put it right into a fresh container. So we're going to give it maybe 1.5 inches of nutrients. There we go. That should be very happy again for another while. Two of these tiny Tim tomato plants, I'm planning on putting them in like a flower pot, net cup going down into it, nutrients in there. And what I did for my son's tomato plants, he lives in a basement apartment and just had a little bit of window space to use there. I put a little fuel gauge on it so that when the nutrients got down, he could glance across the room and he could tell if it needed any fresh nutrients or not. So I just 3D print those as I need them, and I use a little wine cork actually for the float. Now let's do this other one here. We'll get this one washed off as well. I find it interesting how two plants that look so similar, the root structure is quite a bit different. This one has a lot of this woody root on it here, the air roots and that, very strong. It is almost like wood. Just clean out this hair, there's a bit of green tinge on it. Okay, so that's everything done in there. Now, I think that's about it for today. Everything looks happy here. Our nutrients running nicely. Our systems are all topped up in the house. So we're going to leave it at that. The hatches will look after themselves. They'll open later on when it gets a little bit warmer here. I know it's going to get hotter because the sun is just out full bore. It's unusual for us. But when it does, and it gets up to, I think it's 28 degrees, the hatches will open and the air will go through that much better. So we'll see you next time here in the greenhouse. Take care.